is East Coast Reflector TechNet on this night before Christmas Eve, net number 653, December 2025. I'm Dick, WB2JP2. I'll be along with Vicky, K8VKY on the log, and Roger, KO4QMM tonight. So we do something a little different tonight. Charles is on assignment. I think he's either going to be late or not here at all. So I thought we'd do kind of what we do on the second cup. Let everybody what's on your mind. Like I said, it's the night before Christmas Eve, and I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of thoughts. So I think that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to make a couple of announcements, and then I'm going to send it up to Kevin, VE3BZ, and see if he has, and I know he does, have something new in the swap shop for us. Then I'm going to start tonight with 10 radio check-ins, or they're about 10, and let everybody just speak what's on their mind, ask us a question, and so forth. And then I'm going to send it over to Roger, and he's going to take 10 text check-ins, and we'll go back and forth like that throughout the evening. And we have no idea how many will be with us tonight. I said to Vicky before the net started, maybe not too many, and then she said maybe a lot of wives are throwing their husbands out of their hair. So we might have a lot, we might not. And I see I got a lot of packet loss on me tonight. I noticed, Vicky noticed that on Santa was reading the letters tonight. Maybe something's going on here that's causing a little bit. Text check-ins, 716-317-9050. Get on the list if you haven't already. There's only a few that have texted in. 716-317-9050 for those of you that don't know our text line. And text only your call sign, and we'll get you on the list. So let me send it up. Oh, that's pretty, Vicky. We have colored names here. Colored names for Christmas on our log sheet here. I don't know if the fetch log looks. Let me send it up to Kevin. A3B said, good evening, Kevin. What do you got for us this evening? And then I'll come back with some announcements.
Oh, thank you, Dick, and good evening, everyone. This is Kevin, VE3BZ, with tonight's Swap and Shop portion of the TechNet. I have one listing tonight, and that is from Steve, N5TIN in Wimberley, Texas. Steve has a ICOM ID5100A for sale. It is less than 2 years old, almost new condition. It includes a Bluetooth module, microphone, power cable, mounting plate for the control head, the original box, RT system software license for Windows, and programming cable. And he's asking $350 plus shipping from Texas. And there are photos available, or a photo available. And you can see that photo if you subscribe to our groups.io list. Or just email Steve, and I'm sure he'll send you one. And Steve's contact email is N5TIN, that's November 5, Tango India November, .tx@gmail.com. And he's also good on QRZ if you didn't get that. And that is all we have. If you have anything for sale, trade, or want, just go to eastcoastreflector.com, click on Contact ECR and SwapNet submissions, or just email me at ve3bz@rogers.com. And what's on my mind? Nothing really. I just want to wish everyone on the East Coast Reflector a very Merry Christmas and all the best in 2026. Thank you, Dick. Back to you, V3BZ.
Thank you, Kevin. Of course, same to you. A couple of announcements, as most of of you know, I hope everybody knows, Santa's going to be here live 24 hours from right now, tomorrow night, Friday night, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Santa's going to be live, so he's going to be reading some letters. We're going to have a little bit of interaction fun with him, and bring your kids, grandkids, cousins, aunts, whatever in, and ask Santa a question, and keep him busy here for a little while. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on the East Coast Reflector. And do come in our Zoom room as well. Tomorrow night or any time. Come in tomorrow night especially, and we'll have a little bit of fun. The youth net will be Friday night, as always, and we encourage as many youth as possible to participate with our three. And again, come in the Zoom room and join us. Seem to have a lot of fun. New Year's Eve, we're going to be live here on the East Coast Reflector and in the Zoom room, starting at 8 o'clock, or as long as check-ins last. I don't imagine we will have check-ins straight through midnight, but there might be a little lull in the action. But we've got quite a number of our net controllers that are going to come and do a half-hour segment or 20 minutes, whatever it boils down to be. Our youth are going to start it out at 8 o'clock. Grayson and River. I don't think Ivan is going to be with us from what I last heard, but come join us on New Year's Eve. More about that next week. So there will be a morning brew tomorrow and Friday. Of course, no morning brew on Christmas Day. So I can have any questions tonight. We thought we'd either take questions from you or just speak what's on your mind tonight. So I'll take some check-ins. I'll take like 10 check-ins, 10 radio check-ins, and then I'll send it over to Roger, and he can take some text check-ins, and we'll go back and forth throughout the evening and maybe have a little bit of fun here on this night before Christmas Eve. Well, you just see, we don't usually call for mobiles on the TechNet, but maybe I should tonight. Do I have any mobiles that would like to join us? This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
N6QDY mobile.
Hey, David, in the VE5RJM, keying up the system, we'll have to remove you. David, our only mobile in 6QDY. Good evening to you, David, and what would you like to share with us tonight? What's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to greet you and everybody. Merry Christmas, especially you, Dick. Thanks for having this system. Merry Christmas to you and your family. And I'll just continue driving home. But appreciate what you do, really. Thanks for having this system. N6QDY, back to you.
Well, as you know, David, I'm just a big team, and I'm just part of the team here. Just happen to be the godfather here, but we're proud of everybody and all the hard work that everybody puts in throughout the year. That's for sure. It's a lot of hard work. But thanks for being there. Thanks for starting us off tonight from Sacramento, California, or somewhere in the vicinity of. Thanks, David. All right, anybody anywhere like to get in here tonight, share your story, tell us what's on your mind? Call signs twice, please. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
JD4 QIP, Kilo Delta 4, Quebec, India, Papa.
Yes, we don't have to worry about pileups. Either this was not a good idea, or everyone's busy. We'll soon find out. Bart in Huntsville, Alabama, KD4QIP. Good evening to you, Bart. See, you've been on the TechNet three times before. What's in your mind? What would you like to share with us tonight?
For me, just wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but a reminder for anyone with youngins, they've got SantaNet on 3.916. I believe it's going on now. It started at 7. And that's about it.
Thank you, Bart. And like I said, Santa's coming here tomorrow night on the East Coast Reflector at 8 o'clock. That's East Coast time, of course. Who else do I have tonight? I hope there's somebody out there. We got several text check-ins, but how about radio check-ins? Anybody anywhere like to share their evening with us?
Yeah, 0 SYV, Iowa. Victor Alpha 5, Tango, Mexico.
W2GUT. Uniform Tango. Kilo Delta 5, Uniform November Juliet. Kilo Delta 5, Uniform November Juliet. K4 Fox X-Ray Charlie. Kilo 4 Fox X-Ray Charlie. FXC. W4HKL. Whiskey 4 Hotel Kilo Lima.
Well, good evening, it's Steve. Cumberland Gap, Tennessee, W4HKL. David, K4FXC, one of our system team members here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Darren, KD5UNJ. Ed, good golly, I just saw you on Facebook. I just commented, what a nice picture. W5GUT, good to see you or hear you tonight. Ed, we'll get to you in just a minute. Tom, VA5TM. There was a station, all we heard was Iowa. Was there a station from Iowa, please, only?
EF0 SYV.
EF0SYV. Was there anyone else that we missed?
E2ELI. Kilo Echo 2 Bravo November X-Ray.
All right, guys, this is like the morning brew. Twice and slowly. How quickly we forget. The BNX station. Your complete call sign, please. All we heard was BNX.
Sure. Kilo Echo number 2 Bravo November X-Ray.
We got James, KE2BNX, KD2E. All right, let me go up here to Tom in Moose Jaw. Good evening to you, Tom, VA5TM. And, what's on your mind tonight? What would you like to share with us? This is Dick, WB.
Everyone has a Merry Christmas. I remember when I was in the Canadian military and stationed at the North Pole. Canadian Forces Station Alert, and I was there 3 times, 3 tours of 6 months each, and I just loved filling in place of Santa Claus at the North Pole. Talked to many youngsters with their grandfathers operating their ham station, and I just enjoyed doing that. Again, very Merry Christmas to everyone, and we'll talk again, I'm sure. VA 5 Tango Mike.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Tom. And what era was that? Approximately what year was that when you were up there?
I think I was there around 1985 and 91 and 95 or 96, over.
It certainly sounds like that would have been a fun detail. Thanks for being here, Tom. And looks like this was your first time ever checking into TechNet. I know I've heard you, on the air, or at least maybe on the Morning Brew. I'm not sure. I know you've been in the system here, according to the. Let me go to Ed, an old friend that I haven't seen in, oh my God, Ed, how long has it been? 50 years? W2 GUT. Good evening. What's on your mind tonight, Ed?
Hello, Richard. Happened to be down in the shack, rejuvenating the shack now that I am recently retired. So, couple years early, but nonetheless, just checking in. Heard a familiar voice and couldn't pass it up. Hope everybody's doing well. Have a good holiday, and been busier back into the hobby after a semi-short hiatus with personal things and life in general. You know how that goes. So just plugging along and doing a couple of new things with the hobby. VoIP phone setup that we've got one of our guys here in Lancaster has set up since the demise of Ham Shack Hotline. So we got one of our smart guys, as I call him, taking care of that and other things. Active with the Lancaster Club. Still been a member. 28 years, something like that. So, and just trying to stay out of the way of the wife and get things done. So, you guys, everybody have a good holiday, and we'll pop in here again. W2GUT will be clear.
Yeah, we used to chat in the morning on our way to work years back, and might have had 2 or 3 repeaters linked up. Now we got probably over 300 connections here tonight, or over 400 connections here tonight, easily over 400, so between everything. So things have changed. And yeah, stop in our Zoom room sometime. Sal's in there tonight, along with a couple others, maybe familiar faces. So 7-3. Let's go to KD5UNJ. Good evening to Texas. And what's on your mind tonight? Anything you'd like to share with us?
Thank have too much to share tonight. I just wanted to make a shout out to everyone and wish everybody a Merry Christmas and of course the upcoming New Year. And hopefully it's better than 2025. It's been a little rough, but you know what? We can all say we've gotten through it. And insert words of encouragement here, kind of thing. but yeah, I just really wanted to shout out and say Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you so much for running these nets. I know I can't make them every time, but every now and then I like to poke my head in here. Anyway, thank you, and good evening to everyone.
Thank you for stopping by. And again, without our people in the field, there would be no nets. We say that quite often on the morning brew. We thank each and every one of you supporting this net for 12 and a half years, I think it is. I have to figure it out, 385. I think in June was 12 years, so we're heading for 13. So thank you. David, one of our system team members, K4FXC. And Merry Christmas to you, David, and thank you for all you do for the system.
Yeah, WB2JPQ in the net, K4FXC. Well, good evening, everybody. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday season. Definitely looking forward to trying to slow down a little bit here for the next few days and enjoy things. So, hey, maybe even get some hobby time, which would be great as well. Anyhow, not a whole lot else happening. They talk like another Arctic blast is headed our way first of the week, which for being down here in North Carolina just means that it's we have to turn the heat on. So anyhow, you folks that are up in the snow country, stay warm and dry and safe, and Merry Christmas all around. See you back in that.
Thank you, David. That's exactly what I thought we'd do tonight, is just slow the pace down a little bit and relax. Steve, Cumberland Gap, Tennessee. Steve's been around with us for many, many years. Steve, W4HKL, what's on your mind tonight, Steve? W4HKL, Steve, are you still with me?
Good evening, Dick. Just got a phone call there and got to talking away and then realized, hey, even that's going on. So anyway, Merry Christmas, and hopefully you'll get all the ham toys that's on your list.
Well, I've got a lot of ham toys and over the years, but there's always room for more, Steve, so thank you. KF0SYV in Iowa. We don't hear a whole lot from Iowa. Good evening.
Evening, Dick, and everyone on the net. I appreciate everything you do. I've been, well, I listen. I don't get in sometimes early enough. It crackles and snaps and pops and breaks up. I don't know why, but sometimes it does that. Anyway, I appreciate everything you do. I enjoy doing this radio. I've been at it about a year or so now, but everything's, very enjoyable. I am on QRZ. If anybody is interested, I finally got on there thanks to their help. So, anyway, enough of that. I want to wish everybody Christmas, a safe one, and hopefully we'll catch you later. KF0SYV73.
Well, same to you, and thank you for joining us tonight. Come back to New York, KD2ELI. Good evening.
I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I appreciate all the stuff you guys do. The East Coast Reflector is an important tool that allows a lot of people who have technician licenses to actually connect with people, since many local repeaters are just kind of dead. I enjoyed it enough. I went out and spent good money and bought a hotspot so that I could make sure I could always get to it. Yeah, thanks a lot for what you do, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Back to Ned.
Same to you. Thank you for joining us tonight. James, Suffolk, New Jersey, KE2BNX. I'm going to send it over to my co-host here, Roger, and let him take a few of the text check-ins. So, good evening, James.
Good evening, everybody. We're from New Jersey, but we are 41 minutes outside of Orlando, Florida, so we've been driving for the past, I don't know, 14 hours. And so you guys on the East Coast Reflector, you're down here in Orlando, so figured I'd do a quick check-in and just want to wish everybody a great holiday season and Merry Christmas. Back to that, KE2BM.
Well, thank you, James. Thank you for joining us. The system looks like our system says you do have a current email address on QRZ, so when you get home you'll have a welcome letter in your box, tell you a little bit about the East Coast Reflector. Let me send it over to Roger, let him take a few of the text check-ins. Good evening, Roger.
Well, good evening, Dick and Vicky. Thanks for doing the log there, KE8VKY. And this is Roger in Central Florida, KO4QMM. I'll be your net controller for the text check-ins here. And our question is, what's on your mind tonight, and Merry Christmas? I'll tell you what's been on my mind. I've been learning the OBS Studio, and I've been wanting to do a video on putting together antenna, so that's kind of what I've been up to, and I've been getting some good help with it. So let me go down to the bottom and let you know who's there. A lot of regular call signs, good to see. KI5PMI, Bill Hobbs, New Mexico. KQ4UPK, Chris, Hollywood, Florida. WB8ODF, Dave, Ypsilanti, Michigan. K8BYU, Roy, Blaisdell, New York. N3LLY, Glen Burnie, Maryland. KF4ACB, Ed, Harrogate, Tennessee. W2AJV, Anthony, Atco, New Jersey. KK4SED, Les, Claremont, Florida. And top of the list, KD2JPP, Bob, Gallatin, Tennessee. Good evening, Bob. Merry Christmas, and anything on your mind?
Good evening, Roger, Vicky, Dick, and everybody else on the net. What's on my mind? I hope that everybody participating on this net, and all those who work so hard throughout the year to keep this great system up and running, including their families, has a very merry and blessed Christmas and holiday season, of course. Hope everybody stays safe, has a great week, gets whatever they want from Santa, whatever that might be. So, on that, I'm going to send it right back to Santa Net Control.
Thank you, Bob. You have a wonderful evening there, and Merry Christmas. Let's move on to Les, Claremont, Florida, KK4SED. Good evening, Merry Christmas, Les.
And everybody on the net. Took care of the kids this week, sent them all money, the kids and the grandkids. Now it looks like I got to take care of me. So the dishwasher went this week. The washing machine went as well.
And today I looked at my driveway and the pavers, and they're slipping. So I'm going to spend another $800 to get that fixed. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Oh, you forgot joy, joy, joy. Merry Christmas, Bob. You have a wonderful evening. Or, Les. Let's move on to Anthony, Atco, New Jersey. W2AJV. Good evening, Anthony. Merry Christmas. Mr. Anthony from Atco, New Jersey. W2AJV. Are you there?
Yes, Net Control. I am here. It's Whiskey 2 Alpha Juliet Victor. And it is an honor to check into this net. I don't have any tech. Well, maybe I do. I'm trying to read the log. And when I try to read the log with my iPhone, I have text-to-speech on my iPhone because I'm visually impaired. And when I try to read it, it says 21L, and it gives a cross sign. 22L, and so forth and so on. And I'd like to sit down with somebody on the phone who could possibly assist me in reading that log. I don't know if I have to turn my phone to landscape mode or if I could get away with reading it in portrait mode. But this whole system is just opening a whole new world for me. And I like to thank Dick and Scott and Vicky and everybody who takes the time to do all these nets. I don't want to hold up the net, but I want to have work for a possible discussion if I could talk with someone about it. So, with that, I will send it back to Net Control, and I hope that all of you, have a very healthy, happy, safe, and blessed holiday, whatever holiday we celebrate. Just enjoy it. W2AGAV, back to Net Control, 7-3 clear.
QSL, Anthony, and he said they'd have to create something new, but see, there you go. Creative minds already thinking about it. So thanks for joining us, Anthony, and here listening. This is the East Coast Reflector Tuesday Night Tech Net. Tonight we're just having some fun. What's on your mind tonight? And just stop in and say Merry Christmas, if anything, especially if you're a regular for the East Coast Reflector. Now on that note, on to Ed, Harrogate, Tennessee, KF4TV. Good evening, Ed.
Everyone, KF4ACB in Tennessee, and it never fails as soon as it's my turn to talk. Somebody gets on a 220 repeater or on a GMRS repeater or somewhere and starts yakking it up, and I'm going to move. I'm going to get away from, maybe, let's see, I think I got GMRS on everywhere. Anyway, Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas to everyone. I love everybody on here. It's such a great thing. I want to say thank you to my buddy in Cumberland Gap for talking me into getting into the ECR All-Star. He had a little bit of a task to do so, but I did fall in line, and he donated me a hot spot, and here I am, for better or worse. The only other thing, well, I've got people coming tomorrow to work in my radio room, and they're going to build me some shelves, and the chaos is going to become, no, I'm not going to say that because I'll jinx myself, but hopefully the chaos will be a little less. But the only other thing on my mind is if Santa Claus had a call sign, what would it be? KL7AUS?
Well, thanks for joining us this evening, Ed. Gave us something to think about there. You have a wonderful evening, and Merry Christmas, and you sounded just fine. We got everything. Let's move on to Glen Burnie, Maryland, N3LLY. Good evening, Glenn, and Merry Christmas to you.
Well, Merry Christmas to you and everybody on the net, and best regards to everybody that holds this reflector through, the whole team. Best regards to you all. My only wish, and not an announcement, but my only wish is that everybody takes this week to decompress, make some cherished memories with family members. That's the best thing you can take away from this whole week coming up. Anyway, everybody, 7-3s, Merry Christmas. Best regards to all from N3LLY.
You have a wonderful evening there, Glenn, and Merry Christmas to you. And I'm still trying to think of what Santa's call sign would be. Something with maybe ho-ho in there or something. Let's move on to Roy, Blaisdell, New York, KA8BYU. Good evening, Roy, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, good evening, everybody. And KA8BYU. And yeah, Santa's call sign would be Sierra Alpha 1, November Tango Alpha, SA1 NPA. That would be a good call. And as far as everything, everybody, hopefully they'll get what they want and need for Christmas. And 2026 will show a bunch of good questions and answers for the TechNet and a bunch of check-ins for all the other nets here. So from my menagerie to yours, Meowie Christmas and a chirpy New Year.
Well, thanks for joining us, Roy, and Merry Christmas to you. And let's move on to my buddy Dave, Ypsilanti, Michigan, WB8ODF. Good evening, Dave, and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you too, Roger, and everyone here on the net. What's on my mind is, are you going to be here for the net for New Year's? I have a time slot. I don't know what it is right now, but I will be one of the net controllers for the East Coast Reflector on New Year's Eve. So thanks, Roger. Again, WB8ODF.
QSL, the 10 to 10:30. Dick said what? That's for the East Coast. All right. Yep. 10 to 10:30. And the 20-meter net will be on New Year's Day too at 10 o'clock in the morning, 14.317. So to see you all there too, all you generals and extras. Let's move on to Chris, Hollywood, Florida. This is KO4QMM, Roger in Central Florida. For PK, Chris, Hollywood, Florida. What's on your mind tonight? Merry Christmas, Chris. KQ4UPK. Are you there, Chris? Well, son of a gun, that's the first miss we've had on the
tonight. Let's move on to KI5PMI. Bill Hobbs, New Mexico. Good evening, Bill. What's on your mind tonight, and Merry Christmas.
Good evening, Roger, everybody on the net. Just like to thank everybody that's responsible for the ECR running it and stuff. I appreciate y'all. Somebody that's busy like me, I don't have a whole bunch of time to do. Get on the radio and do that. Sure is nice to be able to spool it up. There it is. Thank y'all again. Very, very, very nice setup you have. Merry Christmas to y'all. Merry Christmas to everybody in Radio Land. So hope everybody has a good one. If you imbibe during the holidays, be sure you do it safely. Make a phone call. Get a ride home, something like that. Keep it safe. Everybody traveling, hope you have safe trips, and Merry Christmas. KI5PMI. Back to net.
Absolutely, Bill. Have your wits about you this holiday season. And Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us this evening. I guess I'm going to hand it back to Dick, WB2JPQ. He already has a few people on the text there. He's going to probably add to it with some radio check-ins. Got my buddy Randy coming up there. All right, Dick. This is KO4QMM.
You flew down that list, Roger. WB2JPQ, thank you. We'll be back to Roger in just a minute. And W2AJV, Anthony, are you still with me? I'm looking for Anthony, W2AJV. Maybe he'll pop in there. I think he just sent me a link that I'm going to send to you if you're listening, Anthony. That might work. So I'll send it to you with the email address on your QRZ page. All right, let's take some more check-ins off the radio side of the world. Anybody anywhere tonight you'd like to get in and share your stories and tell us what's on your mind? Call signs twice. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
K4GDS. K4GDS.
Alabama, Kevin here.
KI6PL, Kilo India 6 Bravo Lima.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Kilo Bravo for Whiskey Golf Alpha. Kilo Bravo for Whiskey Golf Alpha.
November 8, November Tango Victor. November 8, November Tango Victor.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. For Golf 1, November Yankee Sierra. For G1 NYS, in and out.
K7
Alpha
K7
Delta Papa Uniform. Victor Alpha 3, Delta Papa Uniform.
N7 FGP. N7 FGP. November 3, Tango Juliet Kilo, and 3 TJK, Tim in Pasadena, Maryland. Out.
All right, let me hold it up there. Good evening to Tim. Pasadena, Maryland. That's a new one on me. Good evening, Tim. Because I hadn't looked at that before. You've been in here 10 times before. I should have paid closer attention, I guess. N3TJK. Our friend Ray in Elizabethtown, KC3FGD. Scott down in Jamestown, New York. Yep, he's in the Zoom room with us as well. VA3DPU. You're not coming up on QRZ, but that's okay. Fred in Reno, K7 FPS. Steven in the Philippines, 4G1NYS, was in and out tonight. Good, whatever it is over there, morning, afternoon, evening, Steven. Michael, N3MDC. John, AC1QPL, an old timer on here. Terry, N8NTV. Looks like you're new to the system, Terry. Welcome. Along with John, KB4WGA. Also new, and both of you look like you have email addresses on QRZ, so you both will be receiving a welcome letter from us. An old timer from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and for RHE, Roger, good evening. Tom from California, KI6BL, and Gil. Going to start this round out, K4GDS. Good evening, Gil. What's on your mind tonight? And Merry Christmas.
Dick, Merry Christmas to you and Roger. Imagine Vicky's in the Zoom room logging. I don't know, I'm relaxing at home tonight. Tomorrow night we're going over to some friends. Maybe trying to get out and play a little POTA somewhere along the way. But I wanted to say thanks for everything you guys do on the Reflector and the amount of time I know people put into it. And it's certainly a great thing for me. It's meant a lot to me in my ham radio journey, and just wanted to say thanks for that. K4GDS, back to them.
Thank you, Gillen. Thanks for all you. Hey, would you like to? Thanks for all you do. Would you like to plug what you got coming up on January 3rd?
Sure, I can do that. I know many of us have gotten the M1KE and from Shark RF, and I imagine a lot of other people are looking at it and thinking a few of them might show up under Christmas trees on Thursday morning. So we are putting together an event on January 3rd at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, kind of like a Ask an Elmer, Be an Elmer, but dedicated to the M1K. I'm going to go over a couple of topics up front. The two topics we have are connecting to All-Star and setting up that connector, and then also it's going to talk a little bit about audio settings, and then just hoping to open up to roundtable, and hopefully there's some people with questions and some people that can offer some assistance. So come out and join us up in the Zoom room January 3rd at 4 p.m. That's Eastern, of course, K4GDS.
Thank you, Gil. I think that will be well received. Good evening to Tom, KI6BL.
Well, good evening, all. This is my first time on the TechNet, and I've been bouncing in and out of ECR for a long time. Santa stopped by a little early. He was out on a test run with a new sleigh, the 25 models, and brought me a UV32 radio, so I've been trying to work with that. Anyway, my best wishes and everything for whatever holidays you celebrate, and for those of you with spouses, take lots of walks holding hands. This is KI6BL from rainy Southern California.
Thanks, Tommy. I see you haven't not been on the net before. Oh, welcome. No questions tonight. We're just, as you well know by now, we're just what's on your mind, and just have a little chit-chat and a relaxing evening here for a little while. Thank you for being there. Let's go to Roger down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He always has words of wisdom for us. And for RHE, good evening, Roger.
JPQ. Good evening, Godfather and clever cousin Vicky and the other Florida Roger. Thank you for tonight's net. On my mind, it seems to me that a middle of the week holiday feels odd. We have become accustomed to Sunday or Monday holidays, and we all know about the set Thanksgiving Thursday Dallas Cowboys holiday, but middle of the week holiday feels incongruent. I'm reminded that Christmas is the only religious holiday that is also a federal holiday. That way, Christians can go to services, and everyone else can sit at home and reflect on the true meaning of the separation of church and state. Happy Christmas to all. November 4, Roger M. Enthusiast. Return to net.
Well, thank you, Roger. Let's go to John, Dade County, Florida. You're new to the system, not only the net. John, welcome. K4WGN. Your mind tonight, John.
Hi, good evening. Kilo Bravo 4 Whiskey Golf Alpha, world's greatest amateur, John. Here tonight, typically, home is in Pasco County, Florida, on the west coast of Mexico, and we live in the community of the city. And however, I'm up here visiting in the Raleigh-Durham area of North Carolina for the holiday, visiting my children and grandchildren. So anyway, was scanning through and found the net on the local 220 repeater. Thought I'd jump in here and add to the numbers. Thanks for letting me be of it. Merry Christmas to everybody. And again, 7-3 from KB4 WGA, world's greatest amateur, John from Pasco County, Florida. 7-3.
Well, thank you, John. Thanks for stopping by. Boy, it's nice to see that the WR4 ACG or AGC repeater there, the 220 repeater, has cranked the audio up. The audio for several months coming this way has been next to nothing. Boy, you sound really, really good tonight. Thanks to the people for fixing that. We appreciate it. Terry, Grand Ledge, Michigan. Also new to the system, Terry. You will be receiving a welcome letter after midnight as well. N8NTV. What's on your mind tonight, Terry? And this is Dick, WB2JPQ.
I'd like to say good evening to everybody. I have been listening to this net for quite some time. I'd like to give a shout out to the repeater that I'm going through, which is the N8 repeater in Charlotte, Michigan, a 440 repeater. Jeff has been putting this link up for quite some time now, and so I've been tuning into it for quite some time and very appreciative of it. I finally figured tonight that I would finally jump in and check in and just say hello and just add my voice and say, you know, I'm here. So I just want to say 73 to all, and everybody have good holidays, safe holidays. With that, turn it back over to Net Control, N8NTV.
Thank you, Terry. Well, that's what tonight's all about. Just come in and say hello. John, good evening, QPL.
Good evening, Dick, and everyone. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone. Not much going on tonight. Just reminiscing, and I just popped in to listen and say hello and wish everyone a Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas. And thanks for a wonderful year. KC1 QPL, back to you, sir.
Well, thank you, John. Come join us on New Year's Eve. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Michael. Also new to the net. N3MDC, welcome.
Well, good evening, Dick, here about net. This is N3MDC with well, Dick, I'd like to let everybody know here on the net that I just celebrated my 18th year anniversary of being a ham. Sunday, December 21 was my 18th year anniversary. I got my license on December 21 of 2007 when I still lived in Colorado. So I'm now been a ham for 18 years now, and I've been enjoying the hobby. So it's good to hear my friend Dave out there, WD at ODF. I've known Dave for quite a long time, so good to hear Dave on here. But Dick, I will try and get on that East Coast Reflector Zoom one these days, so y'all can meet me for the first time, so you know what I look like. So I'll get that on there basically. I just hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'll try and get on the morning brew tomorrow on Christmas Eve when I'm out walking my dog. So back to you, Dick, N3MDC, 73.
Well, thank you, Michael. Yep, jump into Zoom anytime. I'll meet you through Zoom as well. It's always nice to put a face with the call sign. And we've done that for thousands of people over the last few years. In the early days of Zoom, I started keeping track of call signs, and I don't know, I think we got close to 2,000 on a database, and I just forget this. So many have come and gone. Some check in, I should say, and we never see them again, and others come back daily. So it's all good. Fred in Reno, K7FPS. Good evening, Fred. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, thank you, Dick, Vicky, and Roger, and all of your support people that keep the Reflector together. Happy holidays to all. I agree with the other gentleman, whatever holidays you celebrate. But my sister reminded me, after our cousin called her, how to disperse of 3 O-scale train sets that I have that I used to set up around the Christmas trees at my grandparents' house. And, you know, I like to play with electricity. And, yeah, it includes farm animals and other bits that can be assembled into a large track. But I need to ship, or he would like them to be shipped to Ann Arbor, Michigan. But these things is going to be a wee bit challenging because they're in their original boxes too. So they didn't use styrofoam back in the day. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. K7FPS, back to net.
Thank you, Fred. VA3DPU is up next. Unfortunately, you're not coming up on QRZ. At least give us your name, location. Good evening.
VA3DPU, good evening. I've only been an amateur for just under 2 months, and I tried to get on to QRZ, and it wouldn't let me get on. I can't figure that one out, but anyway, I'll talk to some of the guys up here and find out what went wrong. Anyway, I'm David. I'm in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. I'm a member of the local Peterborough Amateur Radio Club. And I just wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and hopefully I'll talk to you again on the net.
Okay, David. No, same to you. I don't know. It shouldn't take that long. I don't know anything about, Canadians on QRZ. I can't help you out there. But it certainly should have been populated, I would think. Whether you have to do anything, I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but maybe somebody knows, might pop in and tell me. I don't know. Good evening, Scott in Jamestown, New York. He's in our Zoom room. Good evening to you, Scott, N7FGP.
Good evening, Dick, Vicki, and everybody in the Zoom room, and everybody out there on the East Coast Reflector tonight. I don't usually get to check in on Tuesday nights. I have other commitments and not have them for another couple weeks, so I get to stop by and say hello to everyone. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Not much else. Just getting ready for the holidays. I think we got all the shopping done and just enjoying the day. So I'll send it over to you and say thanks for doing the net and everything that you do in 7FGP.
Well, thank you, Scott. Good to see you in the Zoom room as well. And yes, I've spent 2 days running around the last-minute shopping and a few things. I've sat at enough parking lots to last me for a while, so we're done. What will be, will be. If we need anything, we're going to get along without it. Ray in Elizabethtown, KC3FGD. Good evening, Ray. What's on your mind tonight?
Hey, good evening, Dick. On the net here. Not a lot. Just sitting here relaxed. It happens to be my birthday, so I'm not doing a lot today. And I wanted to, one thing I wanted to say to you, I just love that morning brew. I mean, I think I'm one of the original check-ins on that, if I'm not mistaken, but great. There probably isn't a better one around. And number two, just want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas and a great New Year. And one last comment, that fellow that was asking about shipping out trains, I sell a lot on eBay. I've been doing it 20 plus years, and I've sold a lot of vintage model trains on there. And what he wants to do is wrap each one individually in bubble wrap, get a box that has at least 2-inch clearance all the way around, and then fill the rest of it up with peanuts and seal it well, and that should get them where they want to go safely. Everyone have a great evening. Back to Net Control.
Well, Ray, first and foremost, happy birthday. I heard you this morning. I saw that Vicki had added you to our birthday list because you came up pink this morning after she added you. But the system hasn't caught up. Next year, we will remember you. Happy birthday, and thanks for being here. Yes, you don't miss many morning brews, that's for sure. And you probably started in before we started this particular logging system, so you might not be on there way back when. I'm not real positive about that. Scott and I were talking a little bit about that earlier this afternoon. I can't help you. Tim from Pasadena, Maryland, he was in and out, N3TJ. It's time to go back over to you, Roger. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Thanks, Dick. And Vicky's got a little list here of text check-ins. Thank you, Vicky. K8BKY. And this is K4QMM, and you are listening to the East Coast Reflector Tuesday Night TechNet. Check out eastcoastreflector.com, see what we're all about. And let's go to the bottom of the list here. N3DQD, Ray, Beaver, PA. And KD3AJN, Anna, Beaver, PA. K2CMT, Mike, DeBerry, Florida, one of our team members. WA3ADI, Vincent, Hagertown, Pinton, PA. I said that one. Let's go on to the next one, Roger. AC4, BR, Brian, Monticello, Kentucky. KM7CGI, Larry, Maricopa, Arizona, and top of the list, Randy, West Seneca, New York, W2RBC, one of the ECR teammates. Good evening, Randy, and what's on your mind tonight, and Merry Christmas.
Good evening, Roger, Dick, Vicki, and everyone on the TechNet. I don't have much to do tonight. I'm sort of just sitting around watching the ECR. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. That especially goes out to the ECR team members who are like family members to me. Back to Net Control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
I agree, Randy, and thanks for all you do. Let's move on to Larry, Maricopa, Arizona, KM7CGI. Good evening, Larry. KM7CGI, you there, Larry? Man, somebody was talking about homemade fudge a little bit earlier. It really got me thinking. Just imagine all the different foods being cooked. Pies and cakes and cookies and, oh man, making me hungry. Alright, let's move on to Brian, Monticello, Kentucky, AC4BR. You there for me, Brian?
Yes, sir, Roger. This is AC4BR Brian here in Monticello, Kentucky. Just got in the door, actually. I was listening to y'all on the mobile on the way down, so M1KE on my way in the door. And anyway, what's on my mind? Well, that's a good question. I guess, quite a bit of highs and lows this year. I think, I found the ECR about a year ago, November, roughly. Been getting more and more into draws, nets, and so forth. I'm not an early bird. I don't get on the morning brew. I'm a night owl. I like to bring up the rear as far as the day is concerned. So, anyway, but had a lot of other positives. Got my extra class license in March, I think it was. And a little of this and that. But then we've had some lows. Had a friend of mine, they lost their oldest son in a car wreck a couple months shy of his 17th birthday, and had some other friends that had a miscarriage, and other friends that their marriage fell apart, and so there's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but we're still pretty awfully blessed. I can't say it was a bad year. It didn't have terribly great performance sometimes, but you got to count your blessings. So I guess that's the thought I would leave with folks, is just be thankful for what you have and what you may not know what you might have run into. Things have been different. So anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Roger. Hope everybody has a good evening, good Christmas, good New Year, and if you celebrate something else, well, I hope that goes well too. So it's AC4BR. Y'all have a good evening.
Thanks, Brian, for being there. It looks like you've been in 27 times through the TechNet, and we appreciate it. Look forward to hearing from you next week. Have a great Christmas, and thanks for joining us. Let's move on to Vincent, Havertown, PA, WA380I.
Good evening, Roger and Dick and Vicki and David, everybody that helps take care of the East Coast Reflector. Glad we could check in tonight, and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. And I like that SA1NTA call for Santa Claus. That was pretty clever. So take care, everyone. Have a great 2026, and 7-3 to all, WA3ADI.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Vincent. And Dick says hello and Merry Christmas. Let's move on to Mike. Mike to Barry, Florida, K2CMT. And I got to say, Mike, I didn't hear from you there for a couple of days, so I was peeking over at your logbook. So you got to keep tabs on CMT. Good evening, Mike.
I'm glad that you're keeping an eye open for me, Roger. Where you'll be able to tell whether I'm horizontal or vertical most of the time. But, well, this week has just been a little bit slow and hectic, and I just didn't get in the mood. But I'm in the mood for Santa to come Thursday, and hopefully he'll bring me some more toys to play with. Everyone have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to all the team members here at the East Coast Reflector, I can reiterate the feeling that Randy had, that you're all family, and I appreciate y'all. I kid most of you, and most of you kid right back, and that's the fun part of it. This is K2CMT.
Agreed with all that, Mike, and can't wait to see the toys you get. Always fun playing radio with you. Let's move on to Anna, Beaver, PA, KD3AAN. Good evening, Anna, and what's on your mind tonight? Merry Christmas.
And I appreciate everything that you guys do to keep it running. Everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. KD3AJN.
Merry Christmas to you too, Anna. Very good audio tonight. Let's move on to Ray, Beaver, PA, N3DQD. Good evening, Ray.
Yeah, good evening, Roger, Dick, Vicky, everybody else in there this morning. This evening? Well, it's morning over there where Stephen is in the Philippines, so I guess I'm not totally wrong. Yeah, we really enjoy starting our day with the breakfast, with the morning brew. We have a local net called the Breakfast Tears, but we really enjoy starting the day with the morning brew. In fact, when we went on vacation at the end of last summer, we did not miss a check-in there, I don't think either. So, and the other thing I want to say is I really appreciate the youth net. That is something that, you know, I would have loved as a young person, be able to be involved in something like that, and to see that happening in the way that it works on here is just very, very nice. Just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Thank you, Ray, for all that. Very nice stuff. Very nice thoughts. And thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I look forward to hearing from you again. At the bottom of my list here is Ruben. He's been here many times. 105 check-ins, Ruben. Thanks for all that. KD6CWI, Fallbrook, California. Good evening, Ruben, and what's on your mind tonight? And Merry Christmas.
Thank you for doing the net, first of all, and good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here at the ECR. And I just want to greet everyone Merry Christmas, Happy New Year in advance. I hope you're enjoying spending time with family and friends, and have a wonderful Christmas. It's coming real soon. So 73 KD6CWI, Ruben in Fallbrook, North County, San Diego.
Good evening to you, Ruben, and thanks for us all the time. That's it for me. This is KO4QMM, and I'll probably hand it over to Dick here, and he'll take it out the exit door. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you.
you, Roger. I guess that's all the text check-ins. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. Take some radio check-ins. Anybody anywhere like to get in and tell us what's on your mind tonight? I guess we could call this the special edition of the 653rd TechNet. Just sharing stories here tonight. Anybody anywhere? Call thanks twice.
Good evening, Net Control, and good evening to everyone
Kilo
on
Delta
the
2
TechNet.
Kilo Sierra India.
Kilo Romeo 4 Hotel Alpha November KR4 HAN. Greg checking in from Madison, Alabama. No traffic this evening. Just wanted to express gratitude for the many blessings our gift our families have received over the years, and especially as we approach Christmas. Wishing everyone a peaceful and blessed week. I'll be standing by and listening. This is KR4HAN. I'll be clear now. Thank you, Net Control.
Kilo Delta 3 Bravo Foxtrot Echo. Name is Elliot. This is November Juliet 1 Sierra NJ1S Norway Japan 1 Sierra, Eric in Shelburne, Vermont. Currently stationary, but checking in only, please. In and out. Merry Christmas to everyone, and have a great Christmas day coming up here. Back to Net Control, and I'll be clear.
This is
JD in Hanover, Virginia, and I'll be in and out, please. Whiskey Bravo 5 India Tango Tango WB5 ITT AI5 USR Kilo India 5 Uniform Sierra Romeo Ron Chevrolet Texas.
Let me grab it here a minute. The station was trying to get in from N08NC. You want to try it again? You're extremely noisy. I think you had a Oscar uniform in your call sign. You want to try it again? You're extremely noisy. Doesn't look like it's going to work. I'm sorry. Maybe you can raise power or change location or something. KI5USR, Sugarland, Texas. Joseph. At least that's what is coming up. I don't think you said Joseph. Maybe we got a nickname we need to put in there. Hey, good evening to Chris. We haven't talked to you for a long time. WB5ITT. And Dave, welcome to Amateur Radio, KR4IMN. Too new to even come up on QRZ, but we got your name in there. We'll get back to you in a minute. Eric from Shelburne, Vermont, and was in and out. Parkville, Maryland, KD3BFE. Good evening. Madison, Alabama, Craig was in and out tonight. KR4HAM. And Christian, we got you. Guess you're going to start this round out. KD2KSI. Good evening to you, my friend. See, you've been in here only once before. What's on your mind tonight? This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
KD2KSI. I just wanted to pop in and say Merry Christmas and just see what everyone else is up to lately. Haven't been playing much radio, and just the last couple of weeks, things changed in life, and all of a sudden, time on my hands, if you catch my drift. So, you know, as we're regrouping and figuring stuff out, you know, we're staying busy, because idle hands are, you know, the rest of that one. So I figured I'd pick up the radio and be a little more active, heat up this all-star note a bit that I spent so much time building, and maybe get some use out of it. And making my way around all the popular hubs and reflectors and stuff like that. So I figured I'd come over here and see what was going on. I got lucky, and you were in the middle of your tech net. So been enjoying listening to it. Glad to hear everyone is in good cheer for the most part going into the holidays. And I wish nothing but the best for everyone, and have a safe and happy holiday. Don't drink and drive, and either. That's all we got over here, and we'll catch you next week, hopefully. KD2, KSI 73 for now.
Thank you. You got a lot of time in your hands. Come join us. We've got a lot going on here in the morning. You well know. The morning crew is our big draw every day, every week morning, except for holidays. So come join us on that as well. Elliot, Parkville, Maryland, KD3 BFE. Good evening to you. Elliot, see, you've been in here once before. What's on your mind tonight?
Good evening, KD3 BFE. I just got done running a net earlier on the Towson GMRS 650. I'm sorry, 600, Ellicott City 650. The Towson 600 GMRS repeater. We have a net every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Usually runs almost an hour, sometimes a little longer. And it's a pretty cool net. I started running it after a few months ago, I think. The guy Mike, he always runs it. He's been running it for years, so he's glad somebody else helped pick it up. And we just got another guy in there named Connor, so that's really good. 3 guys running it now. Get the switch off. Yeah, I got a Icom 706 Mark II-G coming. It's in the repair shop right now. It went in the repair shop once, and it came back, and same thing. Wouldn't power on, which, that's weird. So it's in there again. Fingers crossed. I hope and pray it comes back operational. I believe it probably will. They're pretty reputable. Anyway, yeah, my wife and I will probably go up to my dad's in Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving, Christmas. So that'll be fun. I don't get to see them very much. Hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. So I'm glad I got to make it on this net. I didn't know it was going to be going on this long. That's really cool. I love the East Coast Reflector. And I'll say, everybody have a great Christmas. 83 BFE.
Thanks for stopping by. Regular nets usually go on for 2.5 hours.
Echo Zulu Foxtrot. 105 Power Gym Tina. Just in and out to say Merry Christmas to everyone. We'll be QAP while I work at the night, so it will be great to have like a little bit of radio company from hams around the world. Just to say Merry Christmas, everybody. Take care of yourself, don't drink and drive, and be safe out there.
I have no idea who that was. I don't think you're on my log. I'm going to wait till we take new check-ins. You were on Echolink, that's all I know. You check in here and put your 2 cents worth in. Thanks, Elliot. Nice to hear you. Like I started to say, we're always here for a couple hours anyway on Tuesday nights. Have been for a long time. Dave, brand new ham. Wow. I heard Kevin, KE7K, this morning talking to a KR4 young lad. So that's 2 new hams that I've heard on the system today, KI4IMN. Dave, tell us all about yourself. How'd you become interested in ham radio, and whereabouts are you located? Good evening.
Good evening, Net Control and all listeners. Kilo Romeo 4 India Mike, November, Dave, Altamont Springs, Florida, Seminole County, about 8 miles north of downtown Orlando. I'm an old Navy radioman who did radio many, many years ago, but one of my sons, November 4th, Gulf Sierra Sierra, Gabe, down in Port St. Lucie, Florida, recently got me interested in both GMRS, which I really enjoy, and also in the ham radio. So took the tech test on Saturday, obviously passed, and processed payment yesterday, and this morning had the email from the FCC and got my ticket punched, got my call sign. So I'm real happy and proud of that and really enjoying it. Just 73s to all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Kilo Romeo 4, India Mike November, back to Net Control.
Well, Dave, welcome. We have a lot going on here on the East Coast Reflector, and you're lucky the downtown Orlando is one of our system-owned repeaters, so it's connected full-time and brings a lot of activity. And you're doing well from your location. That's not our prime direction. That's a couple of the area that we do the worst in for that repeater, so you're doing good. Don't know what you're running, but whatever, you got a little bit of you're perfectly solid. So let's go to Belmont, Texas. WB5ITT. Chris, I haven't heard you for a long time. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Godfather, and to the rest of the morning brew. I've been kind of busy and been kind of late trying to get on the morning brew in the mornings. What am I saying, morning brew? It was the TechNet. yeah. I need more coffee. No, I had too much. Anyhow, I hope everybody's enjoying the holiday season. Looking forward to a good Christmas with family and friends. Yeah, just me and the dogs this year. The starter on my SUV has been giving me problems. I finally had to order a new one after going through two that decided to go, and it looks like it's not going to get delivered until after Christmas, so it's going to be here at the house, which is fine, cleaning up and working on some radio projects, get some stuff out. Anyhow, hope everybody's having a good evening and have a very merry and safe Christmas. WB5ITT, back to net.
Thank you, Chris. Good to hear you. We've been kind of missing you on the morning brew. And yeah, I know all the nets seem to run together. You ought to come in the Zoom room with us, and sometimes we have to slap each other and see whether it's morning brew or TechNet or just what it is. Let's go to Sugarland, Texas, KI5USR. I think you gave me a different name. Joseph comes up, but if it's something different, we'll fix it. Good evening.
This is wrong. Roger, KI5USR. That is correct. I am Joseph.
Well, Vicky's good ears. She heard Ron short for Joseph. We'll leave it at that. You're not holding N5Z-way repeater, so we didn't get much out of that, Ron. Change locations or whatever and come back.
I did want to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we're looking forward to a big radio here coming up. KI5, USO, back to the net, on the side.
Hey, Ron. We got you. It was a little rough copy, but we got the Merry Christmas and we got Ron out of that. You're just a little bit noisy into N5ZUA. You know, if you can raise power or what your operating conditions are, but you need just a little bit more fire in the wire. But thanks for being here with us tonight. Let me send it over to Roger and let him see if he can get more radio check-ins here tonight. Over to you, Raj. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
All right, I can do that. This is KO4QMM Roger in Central Florida. Anybody anywhere like to join us tonight? Just say Merry Christmas and what's on your mind tonight?
This is K680S, Kilo 6, Alpha Delta Sierra.
W5LG, K5 Lima Golf Alpha. N2BH.
In and out.
Papa Lima Victor,
Whiskey Zero,
KDH,
Whiskey Victor Mike. Whiskey Zero, Whiskey Victor Mike.
4 PPX, W4 PPX.
All right, might have missed a couple quiet ones in there, but let's go with what we got here. Don in Hollywood, Florida, W4PPX. Jeffrey, Marble Falls, Texas, WOWVM. Let's, KB8PLV, Chris, Novi, Michigan. N2, Palmyra, New York, one of our team members. W5LGA, Lance, Albuquerque, New Mexico. K680S, Andrew, Glen Burnie, Maryland. Andrew, and what's on your mind tonight? Merry Christmas.
Oh, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and thank you very much for everything that the East Coast Reflector does, especially the Kids Net. My daughter does enjoy listening to that, but gets a lot of stage fright. So anyways, Merry Christmas to all. Thank you very much. K680S, currently in Orlando, Florida.
Thanks for joining us this evening, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. Let's move on to Lance, New Mexico, W5LGA. Good evening, Lance.
Thanks for taking it and thanks for being there. I have been remiss and not been able to check in as often as I'd like to, but realized it was Tuesday night in the TechNet, so wanted to get in here and say hello. I've been listening and missing you guys, so thanks for all you do and happy holidays. W5LGA.
Merry Christmas. Christmas to you too, Lance, and Happy New Year. Have a great evening. Let's move on to Bill and to BH, Palmyra, New York. Good evening, Bill.
Dick, Vicky, everybody. And not much to say here. Like everybody else, like to really wish the team Merry Christmas, and especially the users that help support us. Like to wish them all a Merry Christmas, or however they celebrate. Hope they have a happy holiday season. And to BH.
For the ECR, you do a lot of things out there, and thank you for that. Let's move on to Chris, Novi, Michigan, KB8PLV. Good evening, Chris, and what's on your mind tonight? Merry Christmas.
Well, I certainly want to wish everyone in the front lines and behind the scenes for the East Coast Reflector to know we all appreciate the hard work you do and making things move along, and wish you and everyone that listens on East Coast Reflector a wonderful Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family, count your blessings. One of my New Year's goals is to learn and build an all-star node. We'll see what happens. KB8POV, back to net.
Awesome. Sounds like a good plan. Merry Christmas to you. Let's move on to Jeffrey, Marble Falls, Texas. WM. Good evening, Jeffrey.
Hey, good evening, Roger. To everybody on the net. Long-time listener here. I've been listening for a few weeks. First time I've checked in. I've had my ham ticket for almost a year now. Wanted to say, everybody have a safe and merry and blessed Christmas. This is Whiskey Zero, Whiskey Victor Mike, back to net.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and watch out, it gets pretty addicting. Next thing you don't want to miss, any morning brew or any tech net, and the other ones that come up Wednesday night, they got a lot of good nets. Thanks for joining us. Let's move on to Don, Hollywood, Florida, W4PPX. Good evening, Don. Merry Christmas, and what's on your mind?
Merry Christmas to you and Dick and Vicky and everybody on the TechNet tonight, everybody involved with the East Coast Reflector. Hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year. W4PPX, back to net control.
Thank you, Don, for joining us tonight. Merry Christmas to you, too. That's the end of that list. Anybody else would like to join us tonight? Come with your call sign, twice and slow.
KB3, VPK, KB3, VP.
Just checking to see if I heard Bertrand there. Usually hear him trying to get in there. KB3 VPK, Mary, Easton, PA. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas. And anything on your mind?
Merry Christmas to all. Thanks for being out there. And, yeah, the melting snow. I was hoping for a white Christmas. It was probably all melted by tomorrow, but at least we had a teaser of a white Christmas this morning when it was snowing. Very pretty. So just want to say thanks for being out there, connecting us to the rest of the world, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Back to you, Net Control, KB3 VPK, Eastern PA.
Thank you, Mary, for always checking in, and Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year if I don't talk to you before then. That's the end of that list, which was one. I think we're getting down to the end here. Anybody like to join in, get their answer in, say Merry Christmas, come to your call sign.
N1YKT in and out. N1YKT. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a joyful end of year.
KD2VUV. KD2VUV.
KL5VI. Kilo Lima 5 Victor India.
All right, that ought to finish us up tonight. We got 3 more there. KL5VI, David. Sold Dotna, Alaska. See how I did with that. And KD2VUV, Scott, Orchard Park, New York. And thanks, Johnny, for stopping in and saying Merry Christmas, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. N1YKT. He's always in the Zoom room, keeping a smile on his face. Let's move on to Scott, Orchard Park, New York, KD2VUV. Good evening, Scott, and Merry Christmas. What's on your mind tonight?
Hey, good evening to everyone. Just reaching out. First time I've been on this net. It's very interesting, enjoyable. Just want to reach out, wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season, and a safe New Year.
Thanks for joining us, Scott. Merry Christmas to you, too. And the bottom of tonight's list is David, KL5VI. You got to tell me that town there in Alaska, see how close I was, David, and what's on your mind. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys, too. Yeah, you nailed that, Soldotna. Yeah, it occasionally somebody gets it right, but it is Soldotna. So, yeah, I just haven't checked in a while, so just saying hello and happy holidays, and hope everybody's staying warm. It's cold here. The temperature dropped down about a week ago, and I don't know when they're coming back up. Maybe a while, but we're surviving. So hope everybody has a good holiday and stay warm. Appreciate all you guys do out there. KL5VI.
Thanks for joining us. Cold in Alaska in wintertime. Imagine that. You enjoy that seasonal weather there, and want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. It was a fine, peaceful, easy evening. Thanks to Dick, WB2JPQ, for making this all possible. Thank you, Vicky, K8VKY, for all the logging tonight. And thank all you people, because this wouldn't be possible without all you out there. And just want to say, have this frequency back to normal amateur use. This is KO4QMM 73